New York, on a bitterly cold winter day, snow blankets the sidewalks. The streets are packed, yet laughter is nowhere to be found. People rush past one another like shadows. No one seems to notice the world around them. In a small corner near a subway station, a moment freezes in time. A little girl around 8 years old in a thin, tattered coat with messy blonde hair sits shivering beside her mother, a frail woman who lies unconscious on a frozen bench. The girl hugs her tightly as if trying to keep the last bit of warmth from fading away. Among the hurried crowd, one person stops. Ethan Miller, 40 years old, a social worker. He carries a canvas bag filled with sandwiches, wool blankets, and eyes that always notice what others don't. He kneels beside the little girl and gently asks, "Are you okay?" She nods, but her eyes reveal hunger, fear, and despair. "Are you hungry?" he asks again. "I haven't eaten since yesterday," she whispers, her voice as faint as the winter wind. Ethan hands her a warm food bag. As she opens it, her eyes light up, not just from the food, but from being noticed. "Thank you. Are you Santa Claus?" she asks. Ethan chuckles and pats her head. "Maybe, but this Santa doesn't have reindeer, just sandwiches and a thick coat." Ethan can't leave them there. He picks up the mother and holds Lily's hand as they head to a nearby homeless shelter. At the front desk, a staff member asks, "Who is the legal guardian of the child?" Ethan glances at the feverish mother, then at Lily clinging to his coat. In a brief moment of silence, he answers, "I'm her uncle. I'll take responsibility." A lie, but a kind one. Not meant to deceive, but to save a child, to preserve a piece of humanity in a world that's lost so much of it. Lily is cleaned up, fed, and tucked into a warm bed for the first time in months. Ethan visits every afternoon after work. He brings coloring books, crayons, and little cookies. They read stories, draw, and laugh together. For the first time in Lily's young life, there is joy. Hope, like a small seed, begins to grow in her fragile heart. One quiet evening, Lily looks up at Ethan and asks, "Why are you so kind to me, Uncle Ethan?" Ethan stares out the window, watching the snowfall. "Because I was once a child, alone on Christmas night. No one asked if I was okay. No one noticed." A simple sentence, but one that carries an entire childhood of loneliness. Lily's mother slowly recovers after days of treatment. When she learns that Ethan lied to protect them, she breaks down in tears. I I don't know how to thank you." Ethan gently shakes his head. Sometimes a lie, if it comes from kindness, can save an entire little world. She nods, embraces her daughter, and looks at Ethan with a gratitude deeper than words could express. 1 year later, on a cold winter morning, Ethan receives a handwritten letter, childish yet full of warmth. "Dear Uncle Ethan, thank you for lying. Because of you, I had my first warm Christmas ever. I had a blanket, my mom beside me, and someone who believed I was worthy of love. One day, I want to be like you, spreading kindness everywhere. I love you. Lily." New York is still cold. The snow still falls. But among the noisy streets and hurried footsteps, there is still a Santa without a sleigh. He walks from block to block, not to deliver gifts, but to deliver kindness. Not to grant wishes, but to give hope. Because sometimes a lie isn't to hide the truth, but to protect a soul. And in this wintry world, kindness is the fire that never dies.